We're going to start with a pretty tragic, compelling story out of Villa Rica. A middle school fight has led to allegations of bullying and has put one child in the hospital with severe burns. Kevin Stewart joins us live from Villa Rica, where this all unfolded over the weekend. And Kevin, this just sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, this is tough. And fortunately, I can tell you that 14-year-old is back at home. She's no longer in the hospital. She ended up going to Tanner Medical Villa Rica and then down to Grady. And they were told, her family was told, that she had second and third degree burns. This is a fight that, well, kind of an old school fight. Was supposed to be with hands. We're talking about a bullying allegation here that's been going on for some time, I understand. But it went to the next level this past Saturday afternoon. And you see the video, apparently some type of...
Let's back that up just a tad bit. Wow.
Family was told that she had second and third degree burns. This is a fight that, well, kind of an old school fight. Was supposed to be with hands. We're talking about a bullying allegation here that's been going on for some time, I understand. But it went to the next level this past Saturday afternoon. And you see the video, apparently some type of liquid that burned. The mom referred to it as a chemical, was thrown on her child, and you see the burns that are on her neck and the top of her back and along her shoulders. A very painful situation for this child. She says that this has been going on for about 6 months, this bullying here in Villa Rica, and it's not just here in the neighborhood, but actually goes back to Villa Rica Middle School, where they all go to school. And she says she's tried to address this with the school, but has not had much success. I want you to take a listen to...
Now, let me say something first of all. First of all, I don't think children should be bullying anyone. Will it happen? Most likely, because we can be honest. Some children can be horrible a-holes. We got to say how it is. Now, first things first. Always tell your kids to stand up to the bully. At least that's my opinion. Tell somebody, and if that doesn't help, then you got to stand up to them. But when it gets to something where they're throwing chemicals at the kids, and that goes way past anything that the school should take care of. That is, police need to be involved, and whoever threw acid, used a weapon, needs to be held responsible for it. If you start doing stuff like this, they have to be punished, and punished severely, so they won't do it again. At least that's my thinking. But let me know if you disagree.
Her mom, Aspen Clark.
My kids to never place your hands on anybody, but also defend yourself at the same time. So in this situation, the kids continue to come out here in the subdivision and arborists to bully and to pick, even knocking on my door. And at this point, I think what happened, it made it escalate because she had to defend herself. She felt like she needed to defend herself because she couldn't walk away because it was too many. She wasn't a threat to the other girl. At this point, she was just on standby. As you can see in the video, once the fight started, that's when the little girl got the mug and she splashed it on her. So she was never a threat to that little girl.
All right, now
Hold
that
on.
again,
I gotta hear that. I gotta hear her explanation one more time.
My door, and at this point, I think what happened, it made it escalate because she had to defend herself. She felt like she needed to defend herself because she couldn't walk away because it was too many. She wasn't a threat to the other girl. At this point, she was just on standby. As you can see in the video, once the fight started, that's when the little girl got the mug and she splashed it on her. So she was never a threat to that little girl.
So I'm confused. Was the girl were they jumping one girl and the other girl who was getting jumped splashed the acid on her? Or did they were jumping the one girl and one of the person in the group splashed the girl who they were bullying? I'm a little confused.
All right, now that, again, what was in that mug, some type of chemical, she alleges. She says that based on what medical personnel told her at two major hospitals in our area. So this is something that we're going to continue to follow. We've checked back with police.
I'm assuming that the one being bullied is the one who got the chemical splashed on her.
Actually have obtained video that's been circulating on social media. Maybe you've seen it. The mom was shown that video, and she forwarded that over to police, and they are investigating. But again, this is a story that we will continue to follow. Ariel?
I had so many questions run through my head, which is, First of all, where does someone even get acid or chemicals for an attack like this? Like that, I mean, I'm sure that's something investigators are looking into, but you just think about, as you described, it was supposed to be an old-fashioned fight, and it's like, are those days behind us? Is this what people are fighting with these days, what kids are using?
Yeah, I talked to the mom and I said, let's be honest, kids are going to fight. Not that anyone wants to condone fighting or anything like that, but usually how we used to think of fights, and it depends on how old you are, how even more likely this was. But sometimes we used to just be a hand fight. We just fight with our hands, and whoever wins, that's the end of it. But now you have examples of people taking it that much further. Thank God there was no weapon like a gun, but the fact that the mom says she believes there was some type of a chemical in hot water or something along those lines, and it was thrown on her. And she says that her daughter actually received a message from one of the alleged assailants that said, "Now you're burning," something to that effect.
Awful, Kevin, just horrible. I mean, it's a new age, especially with social media too.
That's a different level of bullying. You're already about to jump her, and then you throw acid on her. This is a crazy situation, and the kids need to be charged. Maybe even as adults, because this is crazy.
Makes all of this the more insidious. Yeah. And the idea that there's a video circulating on social media potentially of this attack that the mother was able to find and see. I mean, it hurts my heart that that's a part of the equation, but maybe this video will give some clues as to who's responsible for this.
Yeah, and that's something else that we did talk about, and I think, again, a generational thing here. Many young people put a lot of stuff on social media, which does allow people to track these things, and obviously police do have that video and are looking at that video and are checking all of this out to see how this began and to see if there will be any charges in this case.
And Kevin, you said that no one has been arrested for this just yet, but investigators are looking at it.
That's right. That is right.
And the mom voiced concerns about bullying to her school district.
Yeah, that is something else that bears following up on, because obviously today being a holiday, we can't get any comment from the Carroll County school system. But yes, she says that she has gone to administrators at Villa Rica Middle School, tried to get a meeting with parents to try to see if they can work this out, and it hasn't gone anywhere. She hasn't seen any satisfaction. That's why she's so disappointed that this happened. And you heard in the soundbite that we just played that she says, "Hey, I teach my children not to fight unless someone fights them, to defend themselves." And now she's feeling kind of awkward about that whole situation, how the fight and all the middle school drama ended up someone attacking her child allegedly and throwing something as dangerous as what may be a chemical or something super hot that burned her skin.
Yeah, Kevin, how do you defend against that kind of attack? Just awful. Real quick, some people in our TikTok comments are asking where this unfolded. So if you're streaming with us, we're in Georgia, and Villa Rica is the town where this unfolded. And what county is Villa Rica in, Kevin, for those asking?
We're in Carroll County. We're actually very close. Villa Rica, part of it is in Douglas County, part of it is in Carroll County. We're actually off of Villa Rica Mirror Lake Parkway, which is the Cleghorn Anderson neighborhood, which has been another controversy all to itself with some development here. But that's where we are. This is a new complex here, as Villa Rica is a fast-growing area in our area.
Okay, awesome. Kevin, thanks for clearing that up. And for those of you streaming.
Now let's go over into the AI breakdown, because we need more information. I need more information to hear about, because this is a crazy situation. So let's get over into it. So as they know, let's get into it. So January 2020, a 14-year-old girl in Georgia suffered a second-degree and third-degree chemical burns during a fight that occurred off campus at an apartment complex. During the physical altercation on Saturday, January 17, 2026, a third party allegedly threw a liquid described as boiling water mixed with some kind of unidentified chemical from a Stanley style cup or a mug onto the victim's back and neck. The victim was treated at the Memorial Hospital where the doctors confirmed that her skin had begun dissolving upon contact. Medical staff noted that if the liquid had hit her eyes, she would have likely been blinded. So the victim's mother stated that the assault was the accumulation of 6 months of persistent bullying at the middle school. She reported having met the school counselors and officials multiple times prior to this attack without resolution. So that sounds like a lawsuit. To me, that sounds like a lawsuit. And because how do I come and tell you that my child is getting bullied? And I meet with you, I'm assuming several times, multiple times, but nothing gets done. No stop gets put to it. And now my daughter is severely burned? Nah, that's a lawsuit. So let's say the police department is investigating the incident using a social media video footage of the fight. Authorities indicate that those involved could face charges of battery and aggravated assault. The Carroll County, the school released a statement acknowledging the off-campus incident and confirmed they are cooperating with law enforcement. I'd like to know specific what actions the school takes to address. That's a good question. What actions have the school taken to address the bullying allegations? So, following the incident where the student suffered chemical burns, the school responded to the bullying allegations through an official statement and interagency cooperation. The victim's family, however, claimed that prior attempts to resolve the issue at school was unsuccessful. So the school system issued a statement confirming that they are working closely with the police department to investigate what happened involving the middle school students. Beyond the chemical inquiry, the criminal inquiry, the stated that they're conducting their own investigating into the events leading up to the off-campus investigation. The school officials emphasized that their commitment to having a safe campus community. So let's see. Despite the school's response after the inquiry, the victim's mother has allegedly that the school has failed to prevent and act on previous warnings. She reported that the school 3 to 4 times in the 6-month period to discuss persistent bullying. Clark stated that she met with the school counselor and attempted to arrange a meeting with the other students' parents, but the school officials did not facilitate these resolutions. The family contends that the assault through the off-campus was escalating of months of unaddressed bullying at the school. So yeah, this is a lawsuit. This is a big fat lawsuit, and then it needs to be some kind of criminal actions too, because there's no way you need to get away with throwing chemicals at someone and burning someone. I don't care how big boy. I've said this plenty of times. Big boy crimes need big boy time. Or big girl time. It might be a girl. I'm assuming it's a girl who threw this on another girl. But big girl crimes need big girl time. Simple as that. Simple as that. But let me know your thoughts on this situation, y'all. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you think the school needs to be sued for this kind of actions? I'm thinking they need to be, because that's crazy. How would you feel if your daughter was bullied constantly and then the school didn't do anything about it? And then at the end of the day, they end up throwing acid on your baby. And if it went into her eyes, it would have blinded her. Absolutely crazy situation, y'all. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you disagree with anything I said.